What is up, guys? Welcome to my channel, and I am so proud to finally introduce you to something I've been wanting to do for a while. Welcome to my first ever podcast. At this moment in time, I don't quite have a name for this, but I am strongly aiming towards the Sergio Show. You are watching the Sergio Show, a podcast that inspires entrepreneurs to seek discomfort and pursue their passions. My name is Sergio Arcila, and I am a young creator who loves to travel, invest, and many other things. Here on the Sergio Show, I aim to explore the minds of others, dig deep into conversations that hopefully enlighten you. Let's learn together. I am happily to announce my presence of my special guests today. So I have Mr. Brian Cadalso and Mr. Tony Christian Mira are present with me here today.
Hello.
They have been
Hello.
they're very important people to me. They're my best friends. I love them very much, and I am so happy that they are with me here today to experience and do my first ever podcast. So without further ado, introduce yourself, guys.
Hello, everyone. So my name is Tony, but my actual birth name is Christian Mira. But everybody calls me Tony. We'll get more into the podcast, and essentially we're gonna be speaking about our goals, correct?
That's right.
And kind of just, do we give a little bit of an idea of how we met each other, and now we'll get into that?
Sure. Yeah. Go ahead.
All right. So I guess we'll explain how we met each other, and then we'll explain about our goals. And now I'm gonna go ahead and pass the mic over to my friend.
Hello guys, my name is Brian Cadalso, and since we are talking about our goals today, my goal is to hopefully one day have my own IT company and pursue a career in cybersecurity. Since you guys
into it. Wow.
Don't want to get right into it. I'm very passionate about my goals.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. See,
a little hint.
Little hint. About what?
Hint. Like he's just giving.
Insight. He's giving a little teaser. Awesome.
Yeah.
So, my best friends, guys. So, just to piggyback off of that, and Tony wanted to talk a little bit about history. I ended up meeting these fine people back in middle school, Matter Gardens. What a school that was. Do you guys remember Matter Gardens?
Yeah. 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. Probably the smallest middle school or school that you will ever see.
Yeah.
So yeah.
We were literally a small family.
Oh, for sure.
Like literally, like everyone knew each other in that school.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was crazy.
And you were friends with everybody. So I met these people in 6th grade, and little did I know that we would grow to be literally lifelong friends. Maybe, how long has it been? 10 years later?
Yeah.
Maybe more.
Maybe more, yeah.
We all live close to each other.
It's been since like 5th grade, most of us.
Yeah, and I mean, we all have separate lives, but we all talk, connect. We have this group chat that we all talk all the time. God, I love my friends.
No matter where we are, we always keep up with each other.
Yes, sir. Yes,
always.
sir. Awesome. So that's a little history on us. Obviously, I'm sure you'll get to know us more in the future. But the purpose of this podcast and the reason that we are here today is to talk about our goals. I, as a host, I would like to start, but I am going to give the first hand of what we're going to talk about today to one of our special guests. So if any of you guys want to volunteer, Brian, maybe you want to go first?
What are we?
Our goals.
Our goals. I mean, I basically just.
Okay, so Tony's gonna start. Tony's gonna start with our goals, but, so yeah, Tony, just to give you a little outline on what to do, just honestly, just talk about your goals, talk about where you see yourself in a few years, talk about anything. Honestly, just take it away.
My goals. That's what I'm gonna speak about right now. That's what Sergio said. So, essentially, I've always loved aviation, and I also love mechanics. So currently, I'm deciding if I either want to pursue an aviation mechanic career for now, or if I want to go straight into becoming a pilot. I could do whichever the two. I'm just not exactly sure which one I want to do currently. So that's what I'm figuring out. But the final goal is to just be a pilot for the airlines. So, American Airline or Spirit or Delta.
Spirit?
It doesn't matter. Spirit is pretty good.
It really doesn't matter what airline you fly for.
Amazed.
You laugh now, but when I tell you what I'm gonna tell you later off camera, you're gonna say, oh, I want to fly for Spirit.
Hands.
You could have said.
You're gonna say, oh, I want to fly for Spirit.
No hate on Spirit. No hate on Spirit. No hate on Spirit.
You laugh now, but Sergio knows why I say it.
Yes.
So,
but let me say something about that, and I feel like it's very important. You, as an individual, 18 or 20-year-old, if you don't know what you want to do with your life, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna tell you guys right now, I still don't know what I want to do with my life. There are 5 different routes that I can take, and they all include separate goals. Even though I do have one big goal, one big vision, I will talk about that in a second. And I can't believe.
And really quick, just to add to that, at least he's got 5 different routes, and I don't exactly have one route. I have multiple that I just don't know which one I want to take right now.
Exactly. Same.
And there's a bunch of people that I've spoken to that they're just in college, not knowing what they even want to do, taking classes that they don't even know what route. They don't even have a route yet. You get me? So
see. And
so at least it's good to have an idea.
Yes, and that is exactly what I'm talking about right now. It is incredible, especially to me. I find it so hard to comprehend the fact that out of high school, being an 18-year-old senior, you are expected to know what you want to do the rest of your life. I just don't believe that, because
and pay a bunch of money for college
and pay a bunch of money
that don't really teach you anything. Let's
exactly.
Be honest.
We have 3 perfect examples: myself, Brian, and Tony. We are 3 perfect examples on why the American educational system and just the system as a whole, it's incredible, because it's really hard for an 18-year-old to decide what he wants to do with the rest of his life. I don't think it's enough time. Definitely, I feel like we need more time to discover our passions and what we want to do.
And not just the American system.
No,
I believe, honestly, I mean worldwide.
Worldwide,
it's just,
Worldwide,
it's an issue.
I feel like we don't really choose what we want to do for the rest of our lives.
Because we don't know.
Because at the end of the day, we choose it because we like it, but it doesn't have to be for the rest of our lives. Like, the point of, it's just to, wet your feet, you feel me? Like, as soon as you start gaining knowledge and stuff of things, you start to realize what you really like to do. Like you don't just have to to do one thing. You can be into IT or be into becoming a pilot. It could be multiple things. One day, I would want to own an IT company, but I would also want to have a private license to become a pilot.
Okay.
That's something that I would like to invest my money into and learn the skill.
See, and that's what I mean. What I am trying to get to is, it is okay for you to change your mind halfway through college, even at the end of college, or even throughout your life. Change is good, change is welcome, change brings many good things. For example, I finished my AA a few weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, and I don't know if I want to continue with my degree. I was studying computer science. I have a passion. Well, I don't have a passion for computer science. I like it. I know how to code. I have many ideas for apps, but I just don't feel like I want to do that even early in my life.
You don't want it that bad.
I don't want it that bad.
You enjoy it, but it's not. It's what you were raised to like in high school and just in general. Everybody just told you have to get a job, but that doesn't mean that you have to love it. It's kind of like that idea of, I feel like we were raised with the idea that we need to get a job in something that we don't necessarily like, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like that's the reason that we chose something that we think we like, but in reality we just don't.
Exactly.
And,
exactly. So that's what I'm trying to say. If you're in nursing, or if you're in computer science, or if you're doing something and you realize that is not what you want to do, it is perfectly okay. It is so hard as an 18-year-old for you to choose a route and then not change your mind down the road when you finally discover who you are as a person. What do you like to do with your life, and where do you see yourself? For example, I want to do YouTube. I want to do real estate. I want to invest full time. I want to become a pilot. And I also wanted to do computer science, but that is, 1, unsustainable. 2, I got to start eliminating things, because computer science is a whole, I pretty much have to dedicate a lot of time towards it, and I don't want to see myself doing that. And I am still in the process of discovering what I want to do. I enjoy YouTube very much, but I have a passion for aviation my whole life. I've always wanted to be a pilot. And matter of fact, I found this artifact that was hidden in my parents' office, and it's literally a drawing of me, an airplane, and as you can see closely, it says, "Sergio, I am the pilot." That literally shows, here you guys can see, it literally shows how much of a passion I've always had for aviation. And the only problem I didn't pursue it is because I'm colorblind. Yeah, I'm colorblind. I have mild protanopia, if you guys didn't know. But I discovered that there is a way for me to remove the restriction that I had gotten on my medical by taking a bunch of exams and doing a bunch of things to prove that I can see the colors that are required for me to see the colors. Because I can see color. Don't get me wrong. I can see blue. I can see red. I can see green. I just failed something that was called the Isahara test, which is a booklet, and it has like circles, and the circles have colors. I just, that didn't go good. So, like I said, you should not give up on your goals at all. Tony, would you like to say something? No?
At this point, I mean, we've spoken about our goals.
Here, I got something for you.
We do have more to say, but I'm just trying to think about what else we could transition into it.
Look, no, don't even transition into it. Talk about what did you choose out of high school as your career, and why are you out of it now?
Well, essentially, what we spoke about. Well, no, that was in the
in the other one, yeah.
So going into senior year, you start to realize that you need to take your SAT.
Yep.
And right, it's the SAT? No.
SAT or ACT, it doesn't matter.
The SAT, ACT to get into college. And before your senior year, they're rushing you to say, hey, you got to take this test so you could get into a college and all of that. And in order to get money for college, but the reality is that you don't even know what college you even want to go to yet, which is kind of ridiculous, yet you're working super hard for something that you don't know even what you want to go to college for.
Right.
So you're doing all of this at the end of the day for something that you're going to a blind, essentially.
You are.
And before you know it, a year goes by, you graduate from college, and you only have about 2 months or less to decide what you want to major in, and probably you haven't even gotten a job. I know the majority of people in high school didn't even get a job. They hadn't even experienced the world, and yet they're saying, I want to be a lawyer. How do you know that you want to be a lawyer?
You don't.
You don't know you want to be a lawyer. You probably just watched a show or two about it, and you heard someone that's a lawyer that makes a lot of money. And I think the common misconception is people think that, I'm going to do that job just because they make, $100,000 a year. The reality is that you might be happier doing a job
Something
that you make,
love.
$60,000-$70,000 a year.
Exactly.
It's not 100, but
exactly.
You know what? Maybe there is a way to get $100,000 a year in that job that you love.
Yes.
And if you have the passion for it, you could go all the way.
You do it at all. There's this saying, or there's something that I heard. Follow your passions, and then money will, or do your passions, and then money will follow. So just do whatever you really like, and you'll find a way to make it profitable. And that's something that I really value a lot. For example, I like video editing. I want to make YouTube. Am I making money off of YouTube? Hell no. But there's no doubt in my mind one day, a lot of people are going to watch my videos, they're going to like it, and they're going to subscribe, and I'm going to start making money.
I feel like Sergio's right, because I feel like if you start working on things that you're really passionate about, I feel like at one point you're going to perfect it. And I feel like once you perfect something, it's like people are going to want for you to they're going to want your work, you feel me?
Yeah.
And they're going to pay you for it.
And just
the funny thing is that it happens when you least expect it.
And just to add to that real quick, I think we could all agree on this. There's things in this world that you would never think people could make money off of. Did you really think that someone would ever buy water? It's free. It's free. It's water. You could get water anywhere, yet
That's
you
true.
Probably pay for water, which is kind of like...
Yeah.
You pay for air. Think about that. Did you ever think that air would come at a cost?
No.
Air conditioning. So just follow your passions. Go
Or
with
who
what you
would
want to
think
do.
that a digital currency can make you so much money?
Digital currency.
Yes, digital
A
currency.
digital currency.
It's bizarre. It's crazy. So
You can make money with anything. Just follow your dreams and your goals, and
that is the whole
and the
point.
money will come. But you gotta work hard for it.
And
Don't forget that.
That is the whole point of this podcast, is to help my people that are viewing this realize that if you're doing something that you don't like in even the smallest degree, look for alternatives. Look for something that you actually enjoy. I'm gonna talk about me because I know me, and I've always hesitated on doing new things. It's true. For example, I've always hesitated on making YouTube videos because I don't feel like I don't feel like I have that persona. I don't feel like I make good videos. I have all these doubts in my mind. Yet everybody always told me, make a channel, do this, you like it, why don't you pursue it? And there's this guy, Stephen Graham. He is a YouTuber, he's very famous, he's also a realtor, he's a millionaire at this point. I saw in one of his videos that he severely doubted himself to the point that he invested in other YouTubers because he wanted to be in the YouTube space, but he just didn't know. And he didn't, what's the word I'm looking for? He didn't believe in himself as much as to become his own YouTuber. And then one day he made a video, he made another one, boom, next thing you know, he's famous and he does what he likes. And this is why I'm doing this now. I finally found the motivation that I have always had, but I've never converted it into action, kinetic energy.
But you remember, you're making the videos for the people that want to watch this and not for the people that don't want to watch it. You get what I'm saying? Like,
sure,
just,
yeah.
Okay, think about it like this. How many car brands are there out there?
There's many.
And do you think that every single person likes every single car brand?
Oh, no.
So not every single person can like your podcast, but you're making these videos for the people that are going to like it.
Exactly.
And that could turn into 1 million, that could turn into 5 million.
That's right.
In any second.
That's right. And the whole point of this is to motivate either myself. Like one day I'm bored and I'm watching this video again. Dude, wake up. Follow your dreams. Do your goal. Like, what are you doing? Stop wasting time. Now, that doesn't mean you can't have fun. There is a difference between absolutely obsessing over your goals and just focusing your whole life on it and not having fun in your youth, because that's honestly really important, having fun in your youth.
Yeah, I feel like it's important to like always have balance in your life.
Yes, like I go out with my friends every weekend. I party a lot, but at the same time I still have time for me to do other things. I don't have a job at the moment, which is another factor why I have a lot of time. Mm-hmm. But when I did, I always found a way to do, little side things that give me passions. Also, I want to say this one last thing. Know the difference between having fun and ruining your future. That is key. Now, if you take what I said like a few seconds ago of having fun in your youth too serious and you have too much fun, that can honestly fuck up your future, and you don't want to do that. You definitely want to have a balance, like Brian said. You guys want to say anything?
I mean, me and Sergio talk about that a lot, honestly.
Yeah, we really do.
We're always saying that, we do go out and have fun, but it's not every second of our lives. You do have to honestly work more towards your goals than you have fun, but at the same time, remember to have a balance, because you will go crazy.
You will go crazy. I'm gonna put Tony on the spot right now. I remember when he was in nursing, because Tony did pursue a degree in nursing out of high school, but then he switched it. He kind of dropped out. But I remember when he used to, like, we used to FaceTime a lot, and he would be so fucking stressed because of his exams. And dude, the amount of work that was required out of this dude is insane. I would have easily never been able to do it. It's actually crazy. But alright, just give me a second. Alright, Tony has to pardon. Brian, take over. No, but wait, let me finish. So yeah, the amount of work that Tony used to do was crazy, and I felt really bad for him because nursing is not easy. And Tony was part of a program that he literally went to school for Baptist. He went to Barry, but then he got into a program of Baptist hospital, so he literally went to school for Baptist. And their program is so rigorous, dude. It's insane. It's actually insane.
Yeah, I feel like every time we'd try to hang out, he'd always have an excuse.
He literally can't.
He'd always tell us, like, oh, I have to study for this exam, or, like, there's just always something coming up for him, and it was like, damn, like, when is he going to hang out with us?
Exactly. And his exams would be, I know as much because I helped him, like, a lot. It would be, like, 300 vocabulary words, and he has to memorize them every single week for the whole semester. It's insane.
Yeah, it's crazy. Honestly, that's one of... Okay. So I was originally majoring in computer science, but the reason why I dropped it was because I realized that that's not exactly what I wanted to do. It was a part of what I wanted to do, but not exactly. I'm a very like hands-on person, and I feel like IT you can get more of a hands-on job.
Yeah.
It's both. You could still code. There's still some computer science involved, but there's also a lot of hands-on work that you have to do.
No, of course.
Like building computers and like just like other things, you feel me?
Yeah.
It's more hands-on than just sitting on a computer all day and just programming. That's kind of, that can get tiring at one point.
And that is another reason why I don't want to keep continuing computer science, because I just don't see myself doing it.
And not just that, it's just very rigorous.
It is extremely rigorous.
Yeah.
And like I said, I have a passion for flying, and I honestly see myself every fucking day. I know I'll be happy in an airplane. I just know I'd be.
Just want to add to that. I'm gonna just hop in. Not really sure what we're talking about. I have an idea. So when I was doing nursing, I was stuck at home 24/7.
Yeah.
Couldn't really go out. It was something called COVID also. So we were kind of just, imagine being home every day. All you do is wake up. I don't know. I tried to work out for 30 minutes to an hour, and then you just go back to studying, and you just go to sleep and do the same thing the next day. I did that for a year. That was horrible. And, becoming a pilot, you kind of need to fly. So you can imagine that going out to fly compared to staying home and studying
it's completely different. Now, don't get us wrong. Becoming a pilot is rigorous as well. There is a lot of fucking studying involved in pilot.
You do need to study,
when it
but
comes to
it's studying towards something
that you like. Yes, exactly.
That in the end, it's really what you want to do.
Exactly. I don't mind reading a book about fucking aerodynamics, about an airplane, and how we need more fucking, lift in order to make the airplane fly. I don't mind studying that because I like it. I enjoy it. Now,
and if you want to be a nurse,
tell me to study Java, bro. Hell no.
And if you want to be a nurse and you enjoy learning about,
then do it.
all of these medications and all of that,
then do it.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love sitting there and reading the book, and you're probably gonna read, thousands of pages, because that's literally what it is.
And if you enjoy it,
if you enjoy it, you like it. There we go.
That's not me.
Go for that.
Okay, so I don't want to be the party pooper or anything, but we're 21 minutes into the podcast. So the whole point of this podcast was just to talk about our goals.
Just talk, yeah.
Just basically allow you guys to get to know us as a person, so that you can better understand us in future podcasts.
Yes.
Hopefully, if we're ever in there, if Sergio ever allows us to
what do you mean?
Join us in future podcasts.
Our ideology, how we think essentially. And also, really quick, as much as you could love something like aviation, right? There's gonna be things that you don't like to do, and you just have to see the bigger picture and know when it's worth pushing through that thing that you don't like to do, or you realize at the end of the day, I'm working so hard, but this goal,
it's not what you really want.
It's not what you really want. So you gotta find that, not a balance, but
I think a balance.
A balance.
Yeah,
you could say a balance, but just know that it's not always gonna be perfect.
Oh, for sure. No, nothing's ever perfect. There's always gonna be hiccups. Like
you gotta find that one thing that just tickles your pickle, man.
That's okay. Sure. Yes.
That is the truth. It's gotta tickle your pickle.
Sure.
But anyways, so now we're 22 minutes into the podcast.
Yeah. No, that's fine.
We still got 3 more minutes
of what?
Of the podcast.
I don't know. I mean, we can call it a day. Honestly, I
feel like the camera's gonna just. Stop? I feel like
Okay.
So you wanna?
Yeah. Let's end it here, guys. Thank you so much for watching my first ever podcast. This has been a honestly wonderful production. We got to talk. We got to express our thoughts, and one of the most important objectives of this podcast is to open your eyes and make you realize that it's okay to change your mind, and honestly follow your fucking dreams. Just do it. Do you guys want to say anything?
This podcast was a little serious. It's just the first one, so whoever watches it, just know that the next ones we're gonna try to make them a little bit a little funnier. This is just being realistic, the first one, so everybody gets a little idea of what we're gonna be talking about. And we're just gonna be talking about life, realistic goals. We're gonna laugh a little on the next ones.
Yeah, of course. I'm sorry if this was boring.
And we're gonna have more people on board also.
Yeah.
Not only are we gonna be laughing a lot more in the next ones, but we're also gonna be talking about a lot of controversial issues going on.
Yes.
Yeah. And just our opinions about it. And
not just goals is all I wanted to say.
Yeah, it's not just about our goals right now. This podcast is just about getting to know each other. And it's just like an introduction to Sergio's podcast. And honestly, I'm sure he did not expect for there to be as many people in the first video as his first video was probably supposed to be with one person.
It's okay. No, I definitely enjoy it.
The idea of a podcast is to not be alone. You know, you have to have people on it.
Usually the first podcast is by yourself. You feel me? It's just introducing
yourself
before you bring guests on.
I agree.
And it just happens to be that there's 2 guests on here. So
and that's perfect. That's perfect. And like I said, I am so happy, Brian and Tony, that you guys made time of your day and coming here with me and doing this with me, even though there was a lot of trial and error. We finally had a great conversation. We made it happen.
Anything for your fans? Just like thank you or
yes. I'm gonna close this now. Thank you guys for watching. This has been my first ever podcast of the Sergio Show. I'm sorry if it was a little boring. I'm sure we'll do better in the next time. This is just honestly pursuing our goals of making a podcast, and honestly, it's okay if we fail the first time. I'm sure we'll succeed in the future podcast. But honestly, thank you guys. I hope you have a beautiful, wonderful day. I hope I opened your mind. I hope I made you think a little bit. Hope I made you think about your goals. Also, perfect, I want you have one task. I want you to think of your goals and write it in the comments. Think of something you really want to do. It doesn't matter if it's huge, doesn't matter if it's little, just write it. And maybe 5-10 years from now, you can come back and look at your comment, and hopefully that will motivate yourself into doing something. I am done talking. Thank you guys. Have a beautiful, wonderful day. I love you guys.
Subscribe.
Yes, as of right now, I have 81
subscribers. Comment down below. This is Brian,
Tony,
Sergio.
And this is the Sergio Podcast.
The Sergio Podcast, folks.
Peace out.
Subscribe, because I have 80 subscribers and I'm trying to get to 100 by the end of this month. So I love you guys. Have a good day.